Hello.
What's up? How we doing?
We're doing.
Nice. Okay,
we're doing
good.
We're doing.
So, all right. So we're gonna play some Mega Man 3. You guys just saw Mega Man 2. Let's see. I got all my friends up here with me. I'm fastatcc. We'll start here. This is Jimmy Poopins.
I'm Almond City. I'm Dark Terex.
I'm Darkman.
We got Edo Bean and Sinister. We just saw the winner of the last race. So I think I'm ready to go. We'll go ahead and start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to go into Top Man first. Darkman, you want to talk a little bit about the routes?
Sure. So there's a lot of different routes in Mega Man 3, actually. Compared to like some of the other games, it's very much more open-ended. There's generally 2 and even really 3 accepted routes that you can go that aren't too much of a time difference. Top Man first is the fastest route, definitely, but it is one of the more challenging routes. You know, this first stage is definitely no gimme. There's a lot of like really interesting things going on, as well as the fact that you have to mash some cats, which are going to come up.
Dozers are the worst.
Yeah. And yeah, so
the hitbox is just insane.
The real difficulty in the Top Man first route is going to lie in probably the second stage. You're going to kind of see it in all its glory. Those,
okay. I got one chance to redeem myself after that one.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I believe.
Otherwise, I'm never going to talk to you again.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, so here we go. Can he do it? It's 10 shots, by the way. Very difficult. All right, that was good. That was good. That was very good. All right, well done. Yeah, so the interesting thing about Mega Man 3 is there's really no invulnerability period between shots in most cases, except for bosses. So it's a masher-heavy game. Like, you want to mash through as many things as you can. Including sliding, really. All right, you got that, you got that. It's a little bit of a scary thing right there. So he pushed himself through the top in order to get a little bit more momentum to get to the platform. Obviously, if he times it wrong, he ends up dying there and loses a ton of time, so pretty neat trick. All right, hold on.
Good fight.
Okay, so
right.
yeah, we're in here. That's good. The top first route, honestly, I just blocked out everything Darkman said, so hopefully it wasn't anything important. Pretty dangerous. You start with the 3 most difficult stages, so we're going to Shadow and Gemini next. I'm expecting to die. Like, I've done 2 live runs. The first was a 37 at Calathon, and I went into GDQ thinking, like, there's no way I'm going to do worse than that. I never do that badly. And then, surprise, 38. So, you know, we're going to... I've learned to say that it can't ever, you know, it could get worse. So I know how number patterns work, 37, 38, you know, 39. So.
I mean, you don't have my controller this time, so it should be okay.
That, I mean, $8 is, that was a steal.
$8 rental.
All right, so you're going to see, first off, you're going to see the first Breakman fight. There are multiple segments in which you fight Breakman. It really just comes down to how well can you mash him while avoiding all the shots. It's really interesting from fight to fight how it works. This room right here, I think, is one of the coolest rooms in the game. There's a ton of lag, so you want to make sure you are optimizing killing these enemies as fast as possible with your Buster, while still sliding and going forward as fast as possible. Those grenades right there, if you shoot them too late, you end up just sliding into their explosion. That kind of sucks. All right,
I nailed my favorite room. All right.
So this is the one of the hardest rooms in the game right here with this Top Man first route. So we're going to be using a top spin to kill these Parasues. The Parasues float at random intervals, and you... well.
We tried.
It's all right. You tried. It's not a big deal. It's okay. You're still going to show us how it's done.
Yeah, they're pretty much all 2-frame jumps if you do them that way. Let's try it again. Oh, man.
It's rough. Yeah, it's stupid hard to be able to get it done.
I got to be careful not to game over, so I'm pretty much going to... try to play it a little safer here, I think. Honestly, don't even know, like, what really is the best way to play it safe, because that's so rare. Okay. Oh, man. Alright.
Okay. Alright, good.
Yeah, so...
we're past that, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the way that I did the last one, where you kind of like wiggle across, is the way you're supposed to do all of them. It's extremely precise, and that was really the big barrier between switching to this route.
Just to be careful here, topspin is Shadow's weakness, but if you spin into him incorrectly at the wrong position, you end up going through all your ammo, and you can't kill him with topspin anymore. So Fast doing that fight, really nicely done there.
Did anybody notice my live total? I think I might have picked a one-up up.
You did in top right at the beginning.
So that means I can still do single blocks in Gemini.
So it's important to land in the middle of the stage, right? When you kill the boss, it's close to the middle because Mega Man will run before the animation.
Yep, absolutely. So you totally lose control when you kill a boss, but Mega Man's still going to go to the middle after he kills the boss. So ideally, if you can be in the middle after each kill, that'd be great.
This screen is just impossible.
It is
impossible.
It's rough.
This used to be the first choice for the routes. So Gemini first is just a really, really hard route.
Yep.
There's a lot of meshing in.
Shoutouts to Baron Haynes for that strat.
All right, and now he's going to slide carefully here and go through the cutscene trigger right there by jumping in the middle. So that's really important because not only do you skip watching the cutscene there, which saves a bunch of time, you also end up despawning the music. And you think, why is he despawning the music? Why does that matter?
Oh, good.
Wow.
Everything pretty much matters in this game for lag, including music. Music actually lags this game. And the less lag you have, the better. Because doing this section coming up real soon with more lag, it makes it incredibly difficult. So
This is the creepy part of the game.
don't worry
No
about
music. It always gets me.
And like the glitched out penguins there.
Yeah.
it. All right, so this section right here is extremely difficult. We're talking about single block slides. So the interesting thing about Mega Man 3 is you have 8 frames after you slide before you can jump. So you have to time your slides appropriately. If you're too far to the right on each block right here, it potentially means your death. So
Nice job.
I shoot
There
it
we
down
go.
on like
Okay.
1. It's fine.
it's still good, still good, still good. Yeah.
I guess one thing to note is in Mega Man 3, you can jump out of your slide while holding down, which is not the case in the later Mega Mans. If you're holding down, you cannot jump.
So yeah, those single block slides are incredibly difficult. Right here, Gemini. So we kind of really haven't talked about this, but you can... Ooh. All right. Okay. You never actually get to have the hard weakness of every single Robot Master, regardless of what route you do. So in this case, Gemini Man is one of the Robot Masters in this route that we don't have the hard weakness, so we use a soft weakness. So a soft weakness will do 2 damage in Shadow Blade's case. So I think it's, what, at least 2 in each route that we're going to use a soft weakness, and Gemini just happens to be one of them.
Yeah, I mean, you basically use Buster on 1 and then a soft weakness on the second. So.
Yeah. All right, so now we have basically the 3 hardest Robot Masters out of the way of the route. So the nice thing about this route is it gets a little bit easier from here on in. I'm not saying it's like free, except unless you're in Friedel. But you know, it's definitely not as nerve-wracking.
Fit it in right when they kill us.
Yeah, a big part of this run is just getting through the first 3 stages. You feel a lot better afterwards.
I think we have too much going on. You mind if we do some donations fast?
Go for it.
Go for it, Spike. Take it away.
Yeah, I do want to remind you guys, hey guys, it's your boy Spike Vachita on the mic. I want to read some donations. I want to not just, I was about to say 15,000, but we're like $32 away. Let's blow past that. Let's go into the stratosphere with these. We do have a big time donation incentive coming up here after Mega Man 3 and 4. We're going to have the Super Mario Sunshine Race between Chillin and Chrism. And by Chillin, dude, he made a Chrism diss track that you guys absolutely want to hear. Right now, that's sitting at $348 out of 1,000. We unfortunately, Fast and Almond City, they're going to be pretty fast at these games, so you don't have a lot of time to get that in. So get in those donations right now. We do have one donation here from Mini Kitty. Shouts to Mini Kitty. She says, "This is dope as star, 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 star." I don't know what it said. Keep up the great work and hope you all reach your goal. She sends a heart as well. Thank you, Mini Kitty, for the donation. Send me more donations. I want to read them, guys. Thank you.
Star song.
Star song.
I hit Percy's Dragonfly. I can't even believe it.
You know what? It's all right, man. Don't worry about it. I forgive you.
Yeah, that boss fight there, you definitely don't want to miss Gemini Laser. It's a really powerful weapon. It gets a fair amount of use in the run. But yeah, if you miss, it'll just bounce around the room and cause all kinds of lag. I think like if you miss a Gemini Laser there, you're probably missing 5 seconds. Like if it doesn't rebound and hit them.
I miss the old days of fast magnet resets, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
But you mean you don't enjoy top resets more?
I kind of like this theme better.
Oh man,
You're biased.
Right, that's a good
very
fight
nice.
for me.
Very nice. Okay, you can kind of see, like, in this stage just how much mashing is going on. We're not done yet.
This is the hardest screen in this stage.
Especially the way Fast does it. Like, most of us are not that bold.
That guy's a jerk. So here you get to see a big benefit of this route compared to Magnet First. Like, there's Yoku block puzzles here, and we just don't have to deal with them at all.
Mega Man 3 rush jet's quite good. It's a lot better than what we'll see in Mega Man 4 at least next. You can control like up, down, left, and right pretty much.
Also, a nice thing about this route is you actually have Magnet's weakness, and in that case being Shadow, one of his weaknesses. He has two. Shadow's great because you can actually aim it up as opposed to Spark, which is his other weakness, because Magnet will sometimes jump up, and that kind of stinks if you have Spark. Yeah,
That's a good fight.
That's a really good fight. Nice.
So yeah, he can give you two patterns. The one where he shields, you're basically taking damage to cancel out the shield and make him jump back to the middle. As Almond was saying earlier, you want to kill the bosses in the middle, so that's the better pattern. If he does jump up to the ceiling, you can hit him with Shadow Blades, but it's just a lot slower because he's not in the middle of the screen.
I do have a $5 question here from Tricoden saying, "Hey, Fast, when is X5?" Do you actually like that game?
You know what? I can't tell you if I like it or not because we haven't played it yet.
He refuses to play it.
So we did. I actually had never played the X games until recently. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're not.
Not the bees.
Yeah, we're not doing that. And so I've actually blinded the X through X4 recently, and X5 is the next one to go, and I'm dragging my feet on that one. It wouldn't be a live run if Tricoden didn't comment to troll me.
I mean, when is Tricoden ever going to give you a reassuring comment?
Anyway, this is the only stage where there's no pits or spikes, so it's a little bit safe. Oh, baby. That's a 6 strat. I like that one. So, I mean, you do have to worry a little bit about your health management in this stage. Because when you get to the boss, you want to take a damage boost to skip a stun cycle. And he does 12 damage the way you do it, so you gotta be a little careful not to just bonk every enemy in this stage. But if you play it like reasonably well, the stage is pretty safe.
Gotta see the unique Breakman fight here. You got the, platforms to deal with now. And now he's gonna do something different. He's gonna switch to Magnet here and kill him fast.
Nice.
Excellent.
So because Breakman actually takes no damage from anything except Buster, a lot of people don't know that he takes more than 1 damage from a few weapons in this game. So with the Magnet First route, you didn't actually have enough magnets to do that, but now, I mean, might as well switch.
He's actually going to take an intentional hit here, a double hit even, to kill him fast. Very good.
Yeah.
If he actually only gets hit once by him there, nothing really happens. He's still frozen, so that's why he has to take twice the damage there. But
Yeah, it's a
very
weird
nice
thing. Like, if you're directly underneath him when he hits you, he freezes you, but, like, resets your iframe, so he hits you again, like, twice in quick succession. And then that undoes the freeze, and you can start moving again.
So you have to be cognizant of your health there, because, like, getting hit by him twice is, like, half your health, so...
I really want to do the snake single block slides, but like I was so bad at the shadow jumps that
For the
I
fans?
feel like I would probably fail it.
For the fans?
Yeah.
For me?
For you? I mean, anybody but you.
Wow. I accept that. For Almond?
All right, I'd do it for Almond. All right.
What if I don't ask you to do it?
Okay, then I won't do it. My fate is in your hands, all right?
We'll decide in a minute.
Okay.
All right, all right.
Let's get those donations in.
So yeah, donations. We got a $32 donation here from our boy Ice Plug in the speedrunning community.
Oh, nice.
Just letting you know, go Fasta. And we also got a $10 donation here from Psycho Ripper, sitting right behind me. It's kind of creepy. He says, "This run is dope as star, 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 star." Shoutouts to Spike Space Vegeta. It's one word, dude.
He's not up on the Smash the Record memes, or what's going on?
I literally have a jersey with. Oh, it's on. Shoutouts to Spike Space Vegeta and everyone who's made this marathon awesome. Let's get that diss track. That is $10 more towards the diss track, guys, and that puts us 358 out of 1,000. Again, 100% you guys want to hear that diss track. So,
Because one cool thing here is that if you have a rush weapon out and you're sliding, you can press start to get him off the screen, which reduces some lag in some spots. Wow.
Wasn't a fan of your cancel there.
No.
All right,
Okay,
what's his fate?
How are you feeling right now?
I mean, I'm feeling like I'm gonna die, but if the people want to see
Let's
it,
do
I
it.
will go for
Let's
it.
try it once.
All right.
Oh,
I
look at
like
this
it.
guy.
I like it.
Are you
I
good?
have total confidence.
Oh, I spawned the Chilney Cloud.
So yeah, that's incredibly difficult to make that
Pretty much,
tiny little
yeah.
jump onto there.
No one goes for that
Yeah.
except this guy.
Yeah, literally Fast is the only one that's crazy enough to go for that.
Hey, we give it a shot.
That's right.
It's a really cool strat. It's something that I'd love to be able to get, but honestly, I don't even know that I miss it in practice. It's just, you
Rush
know,
Marine.
that's the way it
Yeah,
goes.
shout out
Marine.
to- shout out to Rush Marine. One 800
excited.
Armory
I mean-
made the fake call.
I didn't get to show off Rush Marine and Gemini, so he had to poke his head out somewhere.
One thing we didn't explain about Rush Jet is I don't think we explained about his energy, right?
No.
Okay, yeah.
None.
So you see Fast jumping there. It's actually two reasons for that. One is to actually reduce lag, because again, anything on screen increases lag. The other reason is while you're not actually on Jet, he does not use any ammo. So him jumping on and off, it basically helps you conserve energy that way.
Nice.
All right, that's
pattern,
good. That's
yeah.
good. That's
Good
good.
snack, man.
Fast, if it makes you feel better, you're still on pace to beat 38.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
All right.
There's still a lot of game to go.
Yeah, I mean, we do, but I have confidence.
As long as you're confident.
I also do want to note with those last couple of donations, we did cross over $15,000.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
What's your thoughts on Sparkman being the best theme?
Spark's a
Like,
really good
like
theme.
aside from the title screen.
This is a really good theme.
That's a good one. I like it.
Pretty good.
I don't know if I really have a favorite, though, in Mega Man 3. They're all so good.
The soundtrack's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Shadow.
I'm going to go with Top just to spite Almond.
That's
That's a good choice. Good choice.
Can you believe I decided to not take advice from Darkman after he gave Almond such good advice at GDQ?
I mean,
What was I thinking?
I don't know.
You also rented a controller from him, so.
I know.
Yeah, that's true. I never did get my $8.
That's oh wow. No, the donation covered it. Remember?
Oh, you're right. I never got the donation, though. So that means aren't you on the hook?
Almond, what's his fate? Is he on the hook or is he off?
Darkman, I'll give you $8 if you really need that money.
Thanks, Almond. It helps a lot. Helps
All
the
right.
stream a lot.
Cassio, this one's for you.
Ooh.
Sorry, Cassio. That was still pretty good.
All right.
Like, while I'm here at the event, I have Cassio talking to me on Discord about, I think I found a faster strat. Oh, God.
Oh, my
That was
goodness.
very close.
Yeah, that was sketchy.
Whew. All right, we're in there.
I mean, there's never a doubt.
It's fine.
Yeah. Definitely faster to do it that way.
So there's a few different patterns Sparkman can give right here. Depending on where he stops jumping, kind of affects how you approach the fight. So that's kind of like the worst. That's cool.
Oh.
All
Fine.
right, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So that's 8.
Yeah.
That's the easy part of the game. I died, what, 3 times?
You still have a sub 18 Robos. That's still pretty darn good.
This is such a fun game to play. Like, if any of you enjoy speedrunning, like, this is such a good speed game. Like, even as impossible as it is, it's just so much fun to play.
All right, so now we're coming to the Doc Robo stages, which are arguably, I would say personally, the hardest stages of the game. I mean, there's just, you're revisiting the stages that you beat, some of them, and you're going to end up fighting the Mega Man 2 bosses in them, but they're like they're readjusted versions of the stages you visited, and by readjusted, I mean they're just hard.
Yeah, this screen.
Now, it does not matter which one of these you go to first. You can do any of these in any order you wish, just whichever one you want to get out of the way first versus another.
Alright, that part's kind of scary.
All right, so he has, oh, sorry, go
I was
ahead.
going to say, this is just a really fun screen. Really difficult to learn. It's like one of those ones that takes people a while to figure out. But
Yeah, and as you can see, he had perfect magnet there. You know, you have to be really careful in your magnet usage in that screen.
I mean, you would think because, like, magnet's a homing weapon that it just goes, like, straight to the enemy and you just fire and forget. But you actually have to time those pretty specifically.
Yep.
You gonna go top route?
I won't forgive you.
I know. Unbelievable. Uh-oh.
Can we talk about the menu in this game?
I believe that's a loop.
That's a music loop.
That's a loop. Unacceptable.
The menu in this game is really fast,
Yeah.
which is helpful because we get to use a lot of weapons.
All right, so coming up in this section, he's going to end up doing a very interesting way of getting through it. So he's, rather than using Rush Marine or just jetting over the top, he's actually going to end up doing some cool damage boosts through the spikes in order to go fast. So this is really cool. It's going to look really scary because it's going to look like he's not invulnerable, but he actually is. He knows when his invulnerability time runs out. So yeah, this is just super cool. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
And that was like the super fast way of doing it too, which is like super scary.
Yeah, that section can be tricky to learn too because if you get drops from those enemies, like it really throws off the timing. First of all, like if drops are just the enemy in Mega Man because like as you collect them, the game just freezes like while your ammo loads. And if that comes like while you're trying to shoot or jump, you're just gonna lose that input. So you have to like kind of time your slides there so that you don't get hit by one.
Pretty
Oh, nice.
That's still faster than a 2 or 3 bubble, so.
Most of the Doc Robo fights themselves are fairly straightforward. You do have to be careful with your health at certain times, but definitely the difficulty lies in the stages more so than the bosses. And yeah, like Tarek was mentioning, it doesn't matter which order you go in, but the particular order fast is chosen simply because of preference. All right, let's see if we can get this.
Yeah, don't get sub-pixel. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So what he did there is he actually killed himself, but didn't actually kill himself. The game thought he killed himself there by basically entering at the last possible pixel onto the next screen. So the game doesn't know what to do, so it plays the death animation, but you're not actually dead. And this is great because, as you can hear, there's no music. And remember what we talked about music. It lags the game. So this is a pretty cool time save.
Clutch jump.
Clutch jump?
Oh, man. I don't think I can do it.
No, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right.
That was clutching away because I almost died.
Yeah, those platforms are really scary, especially when you're first learning the game. All right, so coming up here is Doc Wood. Just have to be a little bit careful with your health here. You're going to be intentionally taking damage against him in order to kill him as fast as possible, and he does quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, we cheese this guy. It's not really fair.
All right, he's got his 5 hits. That's optimal. He's going to two-shot him. Done. Fortunately, right after this door is a energy. It would really stink if there wasn't.
Yeah.
Oof, thanks.
All right. Now, this next section right here relies on getting ammo. Did he get ammo? I didn't even see.
I thought it was a health that he picked up.
Okay.
Sure.
Giant health.
Yeah, that's one. Okay, there you go. So now he's got enough ammo. All right, perfect. So yeah, you have to be super careful. As you can see, he's like jumping in the air while getting drops. So you have to be really cognizant of your timings. All right, get the double. I believe in you.
Yeah,
So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Talk about the double.
Yeah, so basically, I don't know exactly how it works, but you can set it up in such a way that for some reason he takes 2 hits right here. Yeah, perfect. So he did that correctly. And there you go.
So basically, if you hit him on the first frame, he becomes active. You can actually, like, he won't charge again, and he won't go into his invulnerability period, so you can just hit him straight again. It sounds a lot harder than it is because it's not like frame perfect. If his hitbox expands from like smaller to bigger. So if you're just on the side of him coming down, like you can actually get that pretty consistently.
So coming into Needle, not like a terribly difficult stage, but the crazy thing about this stage is it probably has the most punishing deaths out of the Doc Robot stages. Anywhere you die in this stage is going to be incredibly rough in terms of ammo and just sheer time loss.
Alright, let's see if we can get this one.
I believe.
The screen's really hard.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The backwards damage boost is something that like nobody does. It's a pretty neat strat.
All right, just coming up to Doc Air. Again, it's kind of just like Mega Man 2. He has certain air patterns that you have to navigate with Spark. He's aiming for a 2-cycle here. Should be able to get it because he's good at this game, unlike myself.
Thanks for that.
No pressure.
What's interesting
It's
is
free.
Nice.
the patterns
That's
that
a
are
slow
good
2-cycle for Brett. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So the patterns that are good for Mega Man 2 like aren't necessarily the good patterns for Mega Man 3 because of the slide that you have.
Yeah, ideally you're hoping for that one that you can just like, oh, that's sketchy.
Yeah.
You're hoping you can just slide underneath the patterns and not take damage from the first phase.
So this room doesn't seem complicated, but it actually is fairly complicated. You see those dragonflies there? Fast is actually jumping on top of his jet at specific intervals in order to despawn them. And of course, if you despawn them rather than having to go across the screen, that's less lag. And of course, as we mentioned before, he's jumping on jet to reduce lag and conserve energy. So yeah, he was able to despawn all but one dragonfly, which is great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
The double despawn at the beginning is really hard, so I'm glad I got that.
So he has to be very cognizant of his health at this point. If he takes a hit from the little Met guy over here, he's going to die. So yeah, has to be at a specific spot there to fire his snakes, because eventually the Met will end up going in the air too much, and you can't hit him with snake. You would have to switch to shadow. So he has to kill the Met again. Perfect. All right. So now there's a safety health. I don't know if he's going to pick it up or not. Why not?
Yeah, I'll get that.
Right. This is a really cool fight because Doc Crash is weak to Hard Knuckle, and basically in order to kill him fast, he has a few different patterns, and you have to react to that, but you also have to basically damage boost yourself while firing multiple Knuckles that way. So it's a really cool fight to see done well. Yeah, you can see right there. That's really cool.
Yeah, you died right in the middle, so that's good.
Oh yeah, boss, well, you want to kill them in the center, not just have Mega Man end in the center. You want to have the boss die in the center because the fanfare won't actually happen until the boss pixels or the explosion pixels go completely off screen.
Yep.
So by going in the center, that'll clear them the fastest.
Alright, Cool Kid gave me this strat.
Yo, I like
That's
it.
pretty good. Yeah, and the Doc Robot stages... Oh, jeez. Didn't fall, that's good. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about ending in the middle, because you don't have to go to the center for your weapon. Okay. Alright, alright.
Okay, then.
Alright, we'll just stay there for a sec.
That's cool.
Demonstrating that
fine.
lag.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
nice
mean,
jump.
I just wanted to show the backup there, you know.
I'm glad you did. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so Doc Metal coming up operates in a specific pattern. Like, you know exactly what he's going to do each time. And his weakness is magnet. So it basically comes down to just jumping over the metal blades that you know are
Got
coming.
the 1 frame slide there.
Yeah, yeah. Most important trick of the game. It saves like 2 frames.
Nice.
Yeah. So this guy actually has like 3 different jump heights. We can make the fight a little complicated, but it's not too bad.
All right,
All right, let's see if I get a good pixel here.
I believe.
Ah, that's not it.
All right. So what Fast was talking about with the good pixel there is if he's actually on the proper pixel, he can attempt to do a despawn similar to the Doc Shadow despawn, the music despawn. But it's a lot riskier to do that one, especially if you're not on the right pixel. There is one pixel that you can be on that guarantees that you don't die, but if you're not on that one, there's a chance that you may die doing it. So.
Alright, we're just gonna walk. It's fine.
I've died a lot of times to that,
Yeah,
and I'm not
yeah.
even good at this game.
All right, so Doc Quick, don't get hit by Quick. Get hit by his blades. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Quickman does 8 damage. Like, this is probably the hardest fight. If you get hit by his boomerangs, it makes it a lot easier. Alright. Yeah. I'll take it.
Deathless Doc, that's good.
Yeah, that was good. That's probably the hardest part of the game,
Yeah.
is the Doc Robot stages.
No, this is actually the most
Here we
impossible
go.
part. Oh,
It's the TV.
it's over. It's definitely TV.
Oh, man. Yeah. It saves like a very small amount of time. It was discovered really recently by a guy named Badap. And like if you pause when Breakman's a little bit more than like halfway up the screen, it just like fades to black instantly rather than having Mega Man teleport up to the top. I think optimally it saves like 15 frames. Not a ton, but it's like every little bit helps, and it's cool that people are like finding strats all the time in this game.
That's what I say. Belated shoutouts to IBM Computing.
Oh, right.
So yeah, so you know, you would think, oh, the Wily stages, they must be the hardest. Actually, not really. Most of the Wily stages are fairly short. It's not really too much going on, and there's a lot of E-tanks to get if you wanted to play this a little bit more casually. It could be potentially scary here if things go wrong, if, you know, he gets hit a lot, but
This screen can be pretty scary.
Yeah.
If you do it like this.
wow.
I missed the slide. I still got it though. That's how free it is. Like, you don't
Oh
even
my
need the
God.
slide,
Oh my
and you
gosh.
still get it.
That was not the intended way, but it worked out. Alright, so yeah, of course, since we're in the Wily Castles, he will not be regaining ammo from stage to stage, so he has to be careful with his usage of weapons, especially Magnet.
Ah,
Rip.
that can be a bit tricky.
All right, so coming up is the boss, Kamigoro Maker.
What a boss.
What a boss.
I love this guy.
So, fastest I'm using Shadow Blade rather than Top Spin. Top Spin is the most preferred method. Shadow Blade is a little bit harder, but it's saves time in menu. You see Kamigoro Maker going left and right, so you want him to go to the right, like right there. That is the faster spawning of the turtle. And even if he goes left or right, there's 2 possible spawn points in which the turtles come out. So you can have like a left slow, left fast,
geez.
a right slow, and a right fast.
That's why top spin is the preferred method.
Yeah. If you miss the Shadow Blade, it becomes kind of annoying to kill it. But
Yeah, so if he goes left and right, like you kind of know a general sense of how fast it's going to be, but basically you're trying to predict when he's going to shoot.
Yep. And when those patterns come purely RNG, you have no control over it.
Yeah, the difference between the best and worst Kamigoro Maker pattern is 13 seconds, so it can make a lot of difference at the end of a run.
Right. So Wily 2 is short. I think it's the shortest stage in the game. Super short.
No checkpoints.
Yes, no checkpoints. So if you do die to the boss, you back to the start.
Why that drop?
That's scary.
A very important thing in this fight is going to be the Devil kill. So Yellow Devil is technically weak to Hard Knuckle. However, we're going to be using Shadow Blade because you can fire it at a lot quicker rate than Hard Knuckle. And Fast is going to be doing a setup in such a way that if he shoots Shadow Blade 10 times before Yellow Devil despawns and does his little... So you can see him kind of coming out, goes back and forth. You can't hit him until his eye spawns. So he's going to try to kill him in one eye spawn before he goes back to the left side. And if you do this correctly, he's going to save 18 seconds. So you can do it. It's a one-hit short.
Oh,
so
man.
yeah,
Impossible.
That's very difficult.
it's
Can
not
you believe
easy.
this guy just messed up the Easy Devil?
I know. It's called Easy Devil. You would think I'd be able to hit it. Yeah. Like, there's a really long history of this guy in this game. Like, pretty much, like, all of the past world record holders just had this huge barrier with this guy where they would lose, like, multiple world record pace runs to just not getting that one cycle.
Yeah.
18 seconds is a lot of time to lose if you fail it.
Absolutely. Some good music right here.
Yeah. This is my favorite in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no,
No, we're
that's
gonna
not
do
right.
this again.
Yeah, if you don't go up through that
What
guy
is going on
at
here?
the
No,
proper.
no.
Okay. Please.
Yeah, I've been having trouble jumping off ladders all game. I don't know why.
So yeah, as you can see, it's an incredibly laggy room. If you do not go up when you're supposed to or when you want to, it could be a really crazy room. We have a runner in the community, KLM. He was doing a tourney race of this game. We had a tournament, and he wasn't able to go up at the proper time, and it took him like a good 30 seconds to get out of that room. So
I was just trying to make KLM proud.
you were.
Hope I did it, buddy.
All right, so coming up to the boss fight fairly soon. He is actually weak to Snake. However, there's an interesting thing you can do. I'm sorry, he's weak to Top. There's an interesting thing you can do. If you fire a bullet with Rush Coil out, you can still menu. You can't do that with any other thing in the game. So he fired a bullet there, and then he actually switched to Top, and then that bullet gains the property of the next weapon you switch to. So in this case, Top. So basically, that bullet is Top, spinning every frame. So it just like murders the boss, like super fast time.
We'll see that again in the final fight.
Yep. And so so now is the refights. This is definitely the hardest Wily stage out of the 6. It's the longest, of course, because it actually takes time to kill bosses.
These screens are not free at
No.
all.
This is really hard.
Incredibly difficult. All right, how many?
He's going for 2.
Proud of you. Proud of you.
3.
Proud of you. Those are, what, 2 frames?
Yeah, 2 frame
Yeah.
jumps.
2 frame jumps right there, and you got all 3. That was pretty cool.
I would have rather hit the 2 frame jumps that, you know, didn't put me in a pit.
I mean, small battles, small battles. So yeah, there's a specific weakness order. The reason why he goes the route that he does throughout the bosses is to actually minimize his menu changes. So by doing it this way, he's never going to actually, as you can see, there's 2 menus to your weapons. So by doing it this way, he's only going to switch to the second screen once. So this is why you kind of see him going this like strange order that doesn't make sense. And he's kind of taking advantage of both soft weaknesses and hard weaknesses. Funny thing about this game is every boss is actually weak to its own weapon. So this is kind of why you get to use like Magnet, or you get to use like Gemini multiple times, and you know, you get to use Shadow Blade multiple times.
I don't know what any of that was.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
You don't want to hit Hardman too many times.
Funny thing about this fight and Hardman, you can actually soft lock here. So yeah, just got to be a little bit careful. On the Gemini Man fight, it happens if you end up, you hit the guy when the other one dies, right? Something like that.
All right, well, there you go.
Shoutouts to Nadua.
Hey, thanks, Nadua.
So yeah, as you can
Like,
see,
steered it into him.
as you can see, if the laser doesn't actually hit Needleman or any enemy, it just stays on screen. There's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there like like a clown waiting for it to go off screen. So
Yeah, the game doesn't allow you to swap weapons. in the
you
middle of
just
that.
feel bad.
I really like this refights because the fights are all different than the ones in the stages, because the goal here is to end at the left side rather than the middle. Also, because of like the way weaknesses work in this game, like there's a lot of different ways you can fight a boss. So you get to fight some bosses with like different weapons and stuff.
All right, so the final two bosses are going to be quick kills. The second one will be easier
So
than
we're
the
gonna
first
be
one.
hopefully quick.
Hopefully, yeah. So right here, there's two forms to Wily over here. First, he's gonna use a snake in both instances. I'm just gonna shoot 5 snakes to 5 or 6. Go ahead, 5. To kill the little bullet thing.
I
here.
wish it was 5 or 6. It's 7.
Oh, was it 7? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, my bad. And he's gonna throw 2 snakes right out here. This is to intentionally cause lag in order to do this quick kill right there. So he just missed it.
Oh man,
Can you
So
believe this guy messed up the easy machine?
I mean,
this doesn't even have a name. It's so free.
this is this
You don't
is
even
really
call this
free.
anything. You
This
just
is
do it.
This is really free. I'm kind of disappointed in you.
Yeah,
Fast.
you know. Am I at 39?
You're not at 39
Okay.
unless you die like 7 times
Okay,
here.
I mean,
It could, but if you do, I'm just gonna like pick up my headphones and just
gonna
walk
walk
off.
off,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
All right.
All right. Should I try to kill him with Snake?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna kill him with Snake. But
Okay.
I'm gonna try to kill him with Snake.
So yeah, there's actually 2 methods to kill him. First part is Gamma, which is weak to Shadow Blade. And then he's gonna do there's 2 methods to kill him. The easiest one is to actually damage boost into him with top spin and kill him. The faster method, very small time save, but really difficult, is to use Snake. Oh, that was close.
I'm 1 hit short on everything. All right.
So now he's gonna do the, and that's it. Time.
Time.
36.
Oh man, this game's impossible. Why do I keep signing up to do this? I don't know.
Ah, you tell me.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing this game. Thanks for everybody for being here. This Mega Block's awesome. I can't believe I get to watch Sinister and Duckfist race. Those are the guys that got me into speedrunning, 2 of the main ones. So really happy to be here. Great event. Like this Smash the Record has been awesome. So
Awesome.
yeah, thanks. So yeah, we got Mega Man 4 next.
Yeah, great run, Fast. Great job.
Good job.